Hi guys, it's Miss Simon. So I wanted to make this ed puzzle today to help you guys out with science in the biosphere. So yesterday we took a closer look at the biosphere and we learned that the biosphere pretty much connects all the spheres together. You can't have one sphere without the other. Okay. And we also looked at specific things that happen on Earth actually affect every single sphere. We looked at a volcano. We saw that a volcano impacts the atmosphere because the smoke that's going off of the volcano is going up into the air, which is going into the atmosphere. We looked at how it affects the hydrosphere because the smoke that's going into the clouds is then getting in the clouds, and when the rain falls down, that rain is going to kind of be dirty rain from the smoke. We looked at how it affects the geosphere because that lava is coming out of the volcano and it's going to affect the rocks and everything that is the geosphere, the land. And finally, obviously, a volcano is going to affect the biosphere because it's going to affect living things, but it's going to destroy their homes and it's going to destroy many plants. So, yesterday specifically, we learned, guys, all of the spheres are connected and any event has an impact on all of the spheres. All right, guys, so today I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about how humans impact the biosphere because humans have a huge impact on what happens to living things. All right, so in our notes, please, human impact. Humans play a very important role in the biosphere, okay? I want you guys to think, what kingdom do you think humans are a part of, okay? Are they going to be a part of the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the bacteria, or the fungi kingdom? If you said the animal kingdom, you are correct, okay? Humans are going to be a part of that animal kingdom. All right, go ahead and put this down in your notes, please. Humans have a large impact on other aspects of the biosphere, as well as the hydrosphere, geosphere, and atmosphere. So basically, guys, humans impact all of the spheres. Okay, they impact the biosphere, they impact the hydrosphere, they impact the geosphere, and they impact the atmosphere. So what we do as humans impacts all of the spheres. As you can see in this picture here to the right, okay, these are things that humans make. Okay, these are nuclear power plants. Obviously, all of this smoke that is coming off of this nuclear power plant that is made by humans is going to affect the spheres. Okay, we have smoke that is going up into the atmosphere, which is going to affect the hydrosphere because now it's going to rain. And from that, you're going to get acid rain, which then that rain is going to affect the land and the soil, which ultimately is going to end up affecting other living things such as plants and animals. So we see here that something as simple as a nuclear power plant that is human made impacts everything. All right, moving on. Human activities on the surface affect each of Earth's systems and how they interact with one another. Okay, so everything that humans do impact every single sphere. Okay, so go ahead and add that to your notes. Human activities on the surface affect each of the Earth systems and how they interact with one another. So again, guys, that same concept of what humans do affect every single sphere. Now, if we look at this picture, okay, I want us to look and kind of see how mining of oil impacts the spheres of the earth. So when we mine oil, when humans mine oil, it means they dig underground, okay, and they pull that oil up from underground. They use heavy machinery, they do stuff to the land to get under it, okay? So how has the mining of oil impact this area? Look at the before and look at the after. Well, just from things that I noticed, we see that it's definitely affected the geosphere because the land, all these land is all gone. Okay, we don't really have any land that's alive and left. Okay, I see it affecting the atmosphere because as you can see, there's all these dark clouds here. All the smoke is filled up in the atmosphere and the biosphere too. I mean, no animals, plants or animals are living in this area anymore. Okay, so again, we see humans mining oil impacting all of the spheres. Which of the following is an example of human impact on the biosphere? Rain falling, an earthquake, construction of a dam, or all of the above? Okay, if you said construction of a dam, you are correct. Dams are human made, so the construction of that dam is going to be a human impact. The next thing we're going to talk about today, guys, is impact of rain on landscapes. Okay, so rain is something that happens a lot all around the world, and it does impact things. Okay, obviously we know rain is a part of the hydrosphere because it is water, but how does it impact the geosphere, and how does it impact landscapes? So impact of rain on landscapes. Go ahead and put that in your notes. The hydrosphere is responsible for shaping and changing landscapes on Earth. Rainfall creates runoff and causes erosion. Some of the most spectacular landscapes on Earth have been created by rain. Okay, so go ahead and add this to our notes. Rainfall creates runoff and causes erosion. Some of the most spectacular landscapes on Earth have been created by rain. So if you look at this picture, okay, this mountain here, this didn't usually look like this, okay? It was created because of erosion, because of rainfall. The rain fell and eventually parts of the mountain eroded away. And because of erosion, we're able to see and create these beautiful landscapes. So rain is responsible for shaping these landscapes. All right, moving along. Impact of rain on the biosphere. So we just saw how the rain impacts the geosphere, but how does it impact the biosphere? How does it affect life? Okay. So the amount of rain primarily determines what type of organisms live in a region. Okay. So we're going to look at these two different regions, these two different biomes, and see what types of organisms would live there. Okay, so go ahead and add this to your notes. The amount of rain determines what type of organisms live in a region. So if we look at this first biome, the rainforest biome, it gets 250 centimeters or more of rainfall a year. Okay. And because it gets that amount of rainfall, it contains more than half of Earth's plants and animals. So go ahead and put that down. That's very important. Rainforests contain more than half of Earth's plants and animals. So a rainforest is an area of land that gets a ton of rain. And because it gets this large amount of rain, it's able to sustain life for more than half of Earth's plants and animals. Now we look at the complete opposite, the desert biome. And the desert gets a total of less than 25 centimeters of rainfall a year. Okay, so it barely gets any rain. And because it barely gets any rain, it has less than 2% of Earth's plants and animals. So based on that, guys, we're able to conclude that areas that get more rainfall are going to have more plants and animals that live there. The amount of rainfall impacts the amount of plants and animals that can live there. Okay, we see a rainforest that has 250 centimeters of rainfall a year. It has a large amount of rain, and it is able to contain more than half of Earth's planet animals, where we have a desert, which gets a very, very small amount of rain, and it has less than 2% of Earth's planet animals. So rain has a major impact on life because the more rain, the more life, the more animals, the more plants that can live there. All right, let's answer this question. Could a change in the biosphere affect the atmosphere? So could a change in life affect the air? What do we think? Could a change in the biosphere affect the atmosphere? If you said yes, you are correct. Remember, all changes, all spheres affect other spheres. Which of the following areas would likely support the most amount of plant and animal life? Looks like we have a tundra, a mountainous kind of area, a desert, and a rainforest, which is going to support the most amount of life. If you said D, the rainforest, you are correct. Okay, as we just learned, remember, rainforest gets the most rain, so it supports more than half of Earth's plants and animals. All right, guys, so that is it for today. So remember, humans have a huge impact on all of the different spheres of the Earth. And remember, all of those spheres are connected. And when it comes to rainfall, rainfall impacts both landscapes and the amount of plants and animals that can live in an area. Hope that this video was helpful. I'll see you guys later. Bye.